Was getting ready to post another video, and I was like, watch, as soon as I post this, Compto is going to do a little teaser of the skills for the new monsters, because they just did the teaser trailer a couple days ago, and usually by this point they do a little teaser for the new skills, and lo and behold, they did just drop the new skills for the Weapon Master and Runehammer Blacksmith skill preview. They called them the Grandmasters before. Apparently they're the Weapon Master and Runehammer Blacksmith. Now, these look very cool. These look like a post-apocalyptic. Hold on, they look like a post-apocalyptic. This looks like Rick from Rick and Morty, like a alternate reality kind of thing. Where this, I bet, if you take the mask off, it's Rick from Rick and Morty. That's it, isn't it? And then this looks like these look like things you would see in like a Mad Max style movie, or like one of the other many movies, like post-apocalyptic kind of things. But these look very cool, very cool. So anyway, we have their new skills. Before the update, we would like to give you a sneak peek of their amazing power by sharing the skill details of Water Weapon Master and Fire Runehammer Blacksmith. Please check out the chart below. Oh, I will. So we have the water weapon. So one is a 5-star, one is a 4-star. I'm sure you guys can see here if I actually scroll up. Glaive Slash on the Water 5-star Weapon Master. Attack the enemy 2 times. Disturbs the target's HP recovery for 2 turns with 30% chance each time. Not something I get super excited about. Is a heal block on the first skill. Then we have the Storm Scythe. Attacks all enemies 2 times to block them from receiving beneficial effects. It's not a strip. It's just a block beneficial effects. And increase the chance of landing glancing hit for 2 turns. 70% chance each. Excuse me. Damage increases according to enemies' max HP. So usually when I see things that are based on enemy max HP, I'm thinking this is intended to be used for bosses. So what bosses would benefit from blocking beneficial effects and glancing hits? Giants. That's the first thing that comes to mind is giants. Like, dragon is going to get cleansed anyway, right? So this is, I mean, giants, necro. There's a couple multi-hits here. But anyway, that's just the first thing that pops into my head. Unlimited power attacks all enemies if there are 3 or more enemies, so AoE, and attacks the selected target 6 times if there are less than 3 enemies. Damage increases according to the enemy's max HP. So again, things for enemy max HP, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Maybe it's just me, but this attack decreases the enemy's attack speed for 2 turns. So when I see things that say enemy max HP, of course I think bosses. So I'm thinking like, these are multi-hits. We got a heal block, we got a block beneficial effects, and we got a glancing hit. And then we have this one, like for example, if you're using this for arena offense, it's going to attack everyone. But if you're using it for something like Necropolis, or if you're using it for something like a Rift Beast, the max HP things don't work quite the same in Rift Beast, by the way. Just in case you guys are using like Sigmaris and Rift Beast, doesn't quite work the same. Because they have basically unlimited HP, so it is the mechanics of that are changed. But this really reminds me of like this is like Necropolis. Like, what exactly are we supposed to be using this for? Like, when we think about 5 stars, we don't think about things for PvE. We think about like we want 5 stars that are gonna be good for PvP. But then it's got stuff that scales based on enemy max HP, which is kind of like, do we use it for this? Do we use it for this? What are we supposed to? Where exactly do they see this being used? Yeah, and then so this is gonna do 6 attacks if like for example on Necropolis boss, since it's only 1 unit, it's gonna hit 6 times. So this could be a super crazy fast nuke for Necropolis B12 with some new crazy best times. I'm just not sure what they had intended for this to be. Because usually, again, we think about Nat 5s, we think about like they should be good for PvP. So, and we think about like 3 and 4 stars should be good for PvE, just generally speaking. So, anyway. Then we have the Runehammer Blacksmith 4-star Fire Monster. So we got one Nat 5, 1 Nat 4 Power Swing, attacks and stuns the enemy for 1 turn with a 30% chance. We got a Beneficial Hammering. Funny way of phrasing that. Funny skill name. Increases attack power and defense of all allies for 2 turns. So think like Megan, but no attack boost. No attack gauge boost. Creates a shield, absorbs damage for 2 turns on all allies if Great is activated with a 30% chance. The shield amount is proportionate to your level. What is Great? Because Great is not described in the skill description on anything for this unit. So I'm not entirely sure what Great is, but if Great is activated, then it's going to absorb the damage, which is pretty great. But it is, think about this, this is a great combination with something like Cocky, right? Because it does an attack power buff and a defense buff. Then we have the Blacksmith Technique passive, increases the increasing effects of attack power, defense, and attack speed that allies receive by 25%. The same skill effects do not stack with each other. So she works well together. She basically buffs herself. She increases the increasing effects of attack power and defense, and she gives her team attack power and defense buffs, which are just going to be stronger than, for example, this is just going to be stronger than Megan. This is going to give, if you use this with Lucian instead of Mega with Lucian, this is going to make Lucian hit harder than he ever has before because of Blacksmith Technique. So this is going to definitely be interesting. This is already looking like it's going to be meta. I can see this being used with Cocky. I can see this being used with Lucian. I can see this being used with many things that need an attack power buff. The bummer is that it does. I mean, she's only a 4-star, but the bummer that I can already see is that she does not have an attack gauge boost. Like, she doesn't boost all allies' attack gauge by 20% or something like that. Like, for example, Megan does and Basta does and things like that. But she does make Lucian hit harder than Lucian has ever hit before, which is kind of nice. And I think this unit's, I know this unit is already going to be meta because you can already see people love using Lucian, people love using Cocky. It's just going to make those units stronger than they were before. So that's all we needed was a Lucian buff. So I could see, like, for example, you could use Frigate, Fire, Runehammer, Blacksmith, and a Lucian together for Guild War offense. And then that's just going to make Lucian hit so hard. He's going to be super nice. And then you got a shield as well. So just in case something does, like, reflect damage or something, like, does a counter, like, doesn't die, does a counter and hit. But with this extra attack power buff over here, things are just going to die anyway. So this is looking real good. I definitely see the purpose of this. I definitely see, like, I would rather summon a Fire Runehammer Blacksmith than a Water Weapon Master already. I'm not saying this is not going to be useful. I'm just saying, like, this is more clear-cut, like, obvious, like, this is going to be good, right? This one is, like, he may be in a balance patch. I'm excited to see what the other. He looks very cool. They look very cool, like very cool units. But I'm excited to see what the other ones are going to be. What the wind and the fire and the light and the dark, and then the dark one's gonna be crazy OP, or one of the LD ones probably gonna be the dark one. It's gonna be crazy OP. And we'll be like, oh, cool. Oh wait, I have 100 summons. The SP button's coming too. I'm gonna have 100 LD summons and. Maybe not by the time these units are out, but soon, like for Christmas summons. We're probably gonna summon some LD ones of these on some account because I know some of you guys are saving too. So anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys are excited about these. I'm definitely excited for the Fire Runehammer Blacksmith for sure, and I'm excited to see what the other units have in store because if this one is already good as a 4-star, then I can see the other 4-stars potentially being pretty decent as well. And it's gonna be great for. I told you guys save your summons. I said that there was rumors that new monsters were coming out, and the rumors were correct. And I said save your summons. And now this is gonna be a great unit for. This is gonna be a great unit for anyone that likes to use Lucian. But who likes to use Lucian nowadays? Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you as always in the next one.